to Happy Hour Holidaze with your host, Manny Fresh. And we got our co-host, Sean Fabrizi. And in the house, we got the man, the myth, the legend. Here in Tampa, we got Stephen Garcia. What's up, my brother?
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Yes, sir.
Dude, honored to have you on the show, man. Man, I knew your name since I was in like fucking 6th grade. This guy didn't know who the fuck I was, but I knew who he was because I followed football like no tomorrow. He went to Jefferson High School. They fucking kicked ass. Then he went to South Carolina, kicked ass too. And man, we're happy to have you on there. So, Stephen, how did you get into football, man? Was it like family or how was it?
So my two older brothers played at Tampa Catholic,
Gotcha.
and then went on to play at Harvard. So, growing up and seeing them play was, awesome. And I tried for the longest time to get my parents to let me play tackle football, and they were like, no, you're too young, I was in 3rd grade. And anyways, I ended up, I think I ordered or somebody gave me like their pads and helmet, and I would take it and literally run into pine trees in my parents' backyard. And I wish we had iPhones back then. So but yeah, and so my parents are like, all right, this guy's clearly out of his fucking mind. Let's sign him up and just see what happens. So yeah, I played running back and safety for, I think, till 7th grade. And then that's when I started, playing quarterback.
Yeah, and then, really, that's where you utilized your talent, your size, your arm. This guy bombs it a fucking mile down the golf course. But
with no shoes on.
With no shoes on.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Dude, seeing this guy play golf is pretty sensational. So you went from tackle football. I know they had the Buffalo Bills. What team did you end up playing for over there?
So I played with the inaugural team, Northside Dolphins.
Northside Dolphins.
Yep. So I played with them, and then I played with your boy Drew.
Oh,
Drew
shit.
Wicker, and Nick Bentley and a couple of those other guys with the Lutz Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
For 1 year. And then after that, I went in 7th grade is when I started playing for the Citrus Park Bills.
And were the Bills pretty hot commodity at that time, especially after they got you, right?
We went, I think, in 2nd or 3rd round of the playoffs, maybe. I don't really remember. But, yeah. Again, that was my first year playing quarterback. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah, so when you were in Jefferson, is that where, I guess, how does the scouting work for colleges there? Because are they only looking at high school football teams, or are they also looking at, did you play anywhere other than high school?
No. So, right now with the whole 7-on-7 travel, it's basically like AAU basketball, 7-on-7. So, a bunch of coaches are looking at that to see and, evaluating talent. But yeah, back when I was in high school, I graduated in 2007. It was just you're playing high school football, and that's all they were coming to watch. And they'd come to see like a Nike camp or something, or a specific college camp. But I only went to the Nike camp, and then I went to the Elite 11. So that was the only 2 camps I went to. Other than that, it was just,
scouts just
film.
Watching the games and film.
Yep.
So it wasn't like, you ever see 22 Jump Street where they make that football scout video and send it off to the D1 colleges? It wasn't anything like that?
No, they absolutely. That's 100% true. And that was before like the creation of Huddle, which everyone is on now. It's all online and streamed and all that other shit. But back then, I remember Coach Lane, who was our receivers coach at Jefferson, literally had VHS tapes and would highlight everyone's tapes, cut it up, and send it out to however many universities he had to. It was pretty wild. I remember seeing in his garage, and it made, it was maybe 10 times the size of this room.
Holy shit.
And it was stacked to the fucking roof.
Holy shit.
with film.
Of his players and things like that.
Of his players that he thought could go, either D1, D2, D3, FCS type deal. So, being at Jefferson, there was a lot of guys that, could play some ball. So, it was wild, man. It was it was a lot different then than it is now. Now it's fucking crazy.
So then you guys, did you guys ever make it, or did Jefferson ever make it to a state championship or in the playoffs or anything like that? Did you guys win?
I think it was always Jefferson and Armwood at that time.
I thought it was Plant, or it was Plant with Aaron Murray, right? Because that's around the same time.
After. After. We went to the 2nd round of the playoffs my freshman year of high school. And then my sophomore year is when I started. That's when we went to state, played against Jacksonville Bulls. And, Jefferson was predominantly black team. I was
The
was
only white guy.
I was like one of 3 white kids on the team, and we go play against Jacksonville Bulls, and it's the complete opposite.
Oh, white guy?
So we go up in Gainesville, and we score on the first drive, and everybody's like, "Man, we're about to beat the fuck out of these crackers. Like, it's about to get ugly." These motherfuckers roll up 42 unanswered points on us.
Holy
and I was like,
shit.
"Well, that sucks." But yeah, so we went to state my sophomore year. Then junior year went to the third round, and then senior year we lost in the third round too. We could have made a state run that year, and we lost to Armwood.
That was one of the top teams. I mean, along with you guys. I mean, they were.
Then Plant was good my senior year as well. That's when they had
Murray.
No, Marv.
Oh, Marv.
Whatever the hell he's doing these days. But
I know, man. I honestly haven't.
Where
heard.
the hell's Armwood? Is that in
Sefner?
Oh, in Sefner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Armwood and Jefferson for a while. I was zoned to go to Sickles, but Sickles was
not good.
They were horrible.
Well, no, we because I went to Sickles 07. That's when I graduated. Our senior year, they didn't win one fucking game. They didn't even score a point, bro. And I don't think they've ever been good, in my opinion. Fuck Sickles. Fuck the alma mater. I don't give a shit.
Burning bridges.
Yeah, burning bridges. Sickles didn't do shit for me, dog.
That's funny as shit.
So how was it when you got that call that, hey, we want you? Was it a full ride or was it you had to try out?
It was actually in person. It was my freshman year. I was second string. And I was just sitting there just throwing the ball and running scout team. And Dan Warner, who was the offense coordinator at University of Miami, talked to my coach, and he's like, "Stephen, I need you to come here and meet this coach." And he's like, "You have an offer. You have an offer to University of Miami." So that was my first offer. I was 15 years old, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's pretty fucking cool."
Yeah, you went.
And I didn't even play. He just came to a practice to scout some of the other guys, and so that was my first offer. Then then it just kind of snowballed from there after my sophomore year when I went to state. So,
I mean, it must have been crazy. I mean, you go from I'm just thinking about me at fucking 15 years old. I'm a fucking mess, drinking, getting wild. And I'm just thinking, man, life hits you so quick because now, I mean, you're in a position where you can make millions of dollars and you're literally having all these people chase after you for you to pick the hat.
Right. Well, now they're getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah, right.
Back then, they didn't give me shit, man. It was fucked up.
I know. I mean, you got to go back to that. I mean, the players make so much money for the fucking colleges.
What do they call it? The NILP?
NIL.
NIL.
Name, image, and likeness.
Yeah.
And there was ways around it back then. But yeah, they didn't pay me shit.
No.
They were like, you're white, your parents have money, you don't need shit. I was like, I said, my parents have money. They're not giving me shit. I got like $400 a month they're letting me.
So when it came to like, all right, so your first one's University of Miami. How many different offers did you get from, colleges before? And what made you pick South Carolina at the end of the day? I mean, obviously, Steve Spurrier is, well-known coach. That could have maybe influenced a little bit. I'm sure they come to your house. They pitch you like they're fucking trying to close you.
For sure. No, I mean, my mom still has all my offers, and cards and everything from people, coaches and all that. But I mean, I literally could have gone anywhere if I wanted to. But to answer your question, I picked South Carolina and Coach Spurrier because he came and he was like, "Look, dude, like you can go to Oklahoma and be part of that rich tradition, rich history, be part of that deal. You can go to Florida, you can go to Miami, you can go to these other schools that, have all this tradition and they've always been good. Or you can come to South Carolina where historically we've fucking sucked and kind of create your own legacy and, be part of a new tradition." And I was like, that sounds awesome. So yeah, let's do that. And, he was one of the few coaches that didn't really give a shit that, had a big beard and had long hair and, cussed like a sailor. He didn't. He didn't give a shit about that.
I remember that look, Garcia, the fucking Tarzan look, dog. That shit was money.
And I need to get that back. But yeah, and then that, I graduate early, go up there in January, and the first practice, he goes, all right, you're gonna shave your beard and cut your hair, right? And I was like, dude, you just spent like a year and a half telling me you loved it. You didn't give a shit about it. And now all of a sudden you're telling me I got to cut it?
Yeah.
No. So that was the start of the headbutting competition between me and Coach.
So what did you guys usually butt heads about other than, how you looked, I guess?
That was the main thing.
It was?
Believe it or not. It was, I would go to class in like basketball shorts and a t-shirt or like a sleeveless hoodie or something just because it's fucking boiling in Columbia. South Carolina makes Tampa, Florida look like Canada.
It goes over 100?
It is the armpit. It's in the middle of the state. Like there's no breeze, there's no sea breeze, there's nothing. It is fucking hot. So I was like, dude, I'm not gonna wear a shirt and slacks like I'm going to play golf. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna wear. You guys obviously played golf with me. I don't like wearing shit. I just don't.
So you only like wearing shoes if you don't got to.
Yeah. And I mean, so he would always constantly bitch, and we called them class checkers to make sure the guys go to class. He asked them not only if I went to class and how long I stayed. He asked him what I fucking wore.
Oh fuck!
And they're like, oh yeah, he was wearing a t-shirt and gym shorts and sandals and shit and a hat, backwards hat. Oh, all right, Garcia, let's go. You're running.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So what? Running laps or what?
Just conditioning and just it's like this. I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't give a shit. Like I'm here to play football. The conditioning's easy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change.
And if you think about it, I mean, that actually helped with conditioning, right? By breaking the rules, you got conditioned.
I broke several rules in my time there. And, I tell kids, now, with the spin it stuff, it's like, just be coachable. I'd probably still be playing had I listened to a tenth of what Coach Spurrier said. And it's all off the field stuff. If I just would have listened a little bit and, cut my hair, shaved my beard, or just trimmed it. If I wore slacks and a collared shirt and wore tennis shoes and shit, and just created less of a conflict between me and him because, that spills over into, the actual game and in practice. It's like, man, this guy's pissed off about my attire. Now he's going to be pissed off if I throw a slant, a little bit behind or not on time or make a bad read. It's just little things just keep piling up and then it fucking spills over. So it was unfortunate, but I was young and dumb. Young and dumb.
And going back, I mean, to our audience, man, if you have any youngsters trying to be quarterbacks, trying to emerge, Stephen Garcia, I mean, he's played elite in high school, elite in college. He knows how to get there. Spin in athletics. If you're looking for your son to possibly get good physical training, this guy's physical. This guy's going to tell you how to do it. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Not even sons, man. We got a couple girls that are coming. I ran a flag football for girls camp about a year ago, and over the last 3 or 4 months, I've been training this girl who's going to Steinbrenner. Now she's a freshman, KK Ramsey. I'm sure she's going to love this little shout out. Yeah. This girl throws the absolute piss out of the ball, and she is hard as shit on herself. She wants to be great, and she talks like one of us, man. I'll catch myself saying stuff like that I shouldn't be saying around a girl, and she's like, that's fucking hilarious, man. Let's fucking go. So she's awesome, man, and it's really it's crazy that girls can get scholarships for flag football in college now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, Stephen, what else do they have? If they're training hard, I mean, what options do girls have?
It is a scholarship provided sport in college football now.
Okay. So it's like competition between other colleges. They travel to other colleges, all that stuff.
Yep.
Why don't they have full contact yet?
I think they do in the lingerie football league. If you
that's right. Yeah, I dated a couple girls from there. Yeah,
actually, he did.
Yeah, she put me in a fucking chokehold. I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Man. Bitch was about 6'1", and she was fucking muscular as hell. But
I mean, she also looked good though. I mean, it's not like you were fucking a dude or anything.
I mean, she was physical. I'll tell you something.
How many times did she punch you in the face?
I mean, she definitely hurt me a couple of times. She put me in some kind of jujitsu bullshit, and I was just like, yo, this is emasculating. I mean, I feel like I need to wear the dress and you need to wear the fucking tuxedo.
Well, that's what's in these days.
I guess. I mean, fuck. But when we get back, we're going to hear from Stephen a little bit more about Spineth Athletics, also a little bit about living easy. I want to know what that's all about. So when we get back, guys, like, comment, and subscribe.
Welcome back to Happy Hour Holidaze, where we get loose as fuck over here with Garcia, dog. So when we left off, we were talking about living easy. I know you got quite a few brands that you are sponsoring or sponsoring you, and we wanted to touch on a couple. And we got Living Easy, Nectar, and then we got Cut. Let's start off with Living Easy, man. So what is that about?
So it's one of my buddies who I played flag football with, adult flag football with, after I got done playing and moved back down to Tampa. Just met him through mutual friends, and he's funny as shit. We call him Living Easy Rob. He's down in Fort Lauderdale area now, but he's getting ready to move back to Tampa. Anyways, he started and trademarked this brand called Living Easy, and he is the epitome of living easy. I mean, I'll show you some videos of this guy. He rides around on a golf cart down there, and he's like blow gunning fucking iguanas, shooting blowguns at iguanas and actually hitting them. And he was sitting there and just kind of ripping some joints and shit, like Elon right there, and like drinking and shit. I mean, the guy is absolutely hysterical, but he has a trademark on living easy, so you can't say like easy living or anything remotely close that has to do with a clothing company, or he will sue the fuck out of you.
No way.
Shit.
Yeah.
So his business revolves around
A clothing line.
Clothing, yeah.
Clothing line?
So it's merch. It's kind of like
it's merch. He wants to get involved in he wants to get like a brewery going. He's got a bunch of good ideas. It's just like anything else, man. It's just funding.
Yeah.
So he's trying to make it a whole like lifestyle, but as of right now, it's a clothing.
Is that his logo? Is the a moon with a palm tree?
No, that's actually the South Carolina
oh,
state
okay.
logo. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he made me one of these, and I pushed it out on Instagram a little bit, and had a couple people buy some shit. So, it's just helping a friend out.
I mean, talking about living easy, let's talk about living healthy. A lot of people like to do dip. A lot of people like that kind of stuff. There's another one that you got going on right here. What's that one called?
Nice little segue.
Yeah,
Man.
you like that?
I like it. Holy shit.
Candela!
Yeah, so these people actually just hit me up on Instagram like a week ago. It's called Nectar.
Yeah, show the camera right there.
Yeah.
Stephen right there.
Yeah,
that's
Nectar. And it's basically just like a caffeine and other nootropics type, stuff in it. It's not the nicotine, it's not tobacco, it's none of that. So, I mean, you throw one of these in there, and I mean, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Is
it like focus too? Like it's a
absolutely.
combination of focus.
The nootropics.
It's almost like taking a freaking half an Adderall. Like the first time I took it, I was like, holy shit. So I messed with him. I was like, this stuff, like, what is in this shit? I was like, I'm getting ready to go work out now. I can't sit still. So, I mean, they've been great. Trying to get them to send me some like hats and some shirts and stuff. But yeah, like these guys are sending me stuff. It's as I was telling Manny off the camera, it's like all these companies just out of nowhere are just starting to hit me up on Instagram and Facebook and like, hey, you have a following. You have a brand. Would you be interested in partnering up with us and advertising for us? And, we'll pay you to do this. We'll send you merchandise. We'll do all this other stuff. So, yeah, I mean, never in a million years did I think I'd be training kids how to play quarterback and posting shit online and having a living.
Well, I could say that that's what happens when you get back to the community. Even though it's your business, at the same time, man, there's a lot of people out there. I mean, I love football. I fucking live for football. And that's all, every Sunday, the whole fucking world shuts down because I'm watching football. Even Saturday, I like watching, my Florida teams. I'm not really individually on the Gators or the Seminoles or whatever, but I like watching football, and I like watching the college football because most of the kids there are really giving it all they got to make the money. So
Right.
that's more entertaining to me because I know those guys are working their ass off because they want to make it to the big show. And, at the end of the day, we need people like you who have had the experience going from high school and not only, teaching them how to be a quarterback, but also dealing with all the everything that comes with it,
Exactly.
Because you're thinking about, hey, my first offer was from Miami. How do I deal with this? I'm excited. Do I
Right.
take it or do I hold out? So when it came to that, Garcia, how did you handle that? Because you have so many fucking teams throwing everything at you. I mean, when it came down
Are they
to
throwing pussy at you too? If you can answer that,
I don't think he needs to be throwing pussy. I think that's 6'2".
No, but I hear a lot of these recruiting stories where they take you out to the town,
Well,
they show
yeah,
you all the sororities.
Yeah. I mean,
they probably put a couple bucks in your pocket, and then
They like I said earlier, they didn't give me any money.
No.
They gave the guy that hosted me, they gave him money to like pay
Take
for
you,
my
yeah.
shit. But yeah, I took every single official visit that I could, which I think we had 5 at the time back then.
Yeah.
Did you
And
go to Miami?
No.
Official visit?
No.
Oh my God, you probably missed out on that one, dog. All that Latin exotic persuasion.
Get you in trouble,
dog.
dog. You be pregnant like 5 times in a weekend.
That's danger written all over it.
But when it came down to picking the Gamecocks, Garcia, how many teams were in the running for you to choose? Like, I mean, not overall,
You mentioned Oklahoma.
but the main ones that you were considering.
So the main ones I had really good conversations with Brian Brom, who was the head coach or the quarterback coach at Louisville at the time.
Okay.
So I really love Louisville. My mom's side of the family is all from Kentucky. So I was really contemplating that.
That was close, right?
It was very close, very close. And then Oklahoma, they came on kind of late. But obviously, Oklahoma just it was a heavy freaking push towards the end. Their starting quarterback got kicked off the team for selling cars, but like not going to work. So like he was getting money under the table basically, and the NCAA found out the NCAA is one of the most corrupt organizations in existence.
Absolutely, man.
Right behind the U.S. government, but that's a different.
Can't disagree there.
God, it's frustrating watching the news and pulling up Twitter, but that's a separate conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Oklahoma was high. Urban Meyer and the Gators, they were high. I didn't vibe too well with Urban at all. He would say some crazy shit.
Like what?
So he brought us all into this room for their spring game, and it was me, my buddy Tyler Harden. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah,
Tyler.
Yeah.
It was me, him, my brother Brian, who was at Harvard at the time, and his buddy from high school, Spencer. So we're all sitting there. Spencer was a black kid, so we're all sitting in this room, and it's Urban Meyer and these other coaches and shit. And Spencer was the only black dude in there. And Urban sits down, and as soon as he sits down, he's like, "All right, Stephen, what I'm about to say," and he's kind of looking around. He's like, "It might be offensive," and I'm like, looking at Spencer like, "What the fuck is this guy about to say?" He goes, "You got to stop being such a fucking pussy and pull the trigger and commit to the University of Florida." I'm like,
"Oh wow."
I'm like,
"Yeah, that's direct."
Dude, I don't fucking like.
I don't know
like,
you.
Yeah, you're gonna call me a pussy in front of my friends and my brother and shit. Like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, that kind of rubbed me wrong a little bit. But like Tebow was my host, and everybody says like, oh, there's no way he's that nice of a guy like off the camera. The guy's super fucking nice.
No shit.
Like genuinely, or do you feel like it's like kind of fake?
I feel like he was genuinely a nice dude, but for some reason, I don't know if he's because he thought because I went to Jefferson that I would be like super ghetto. He's like, "Come on, dog! Like you need to come to Florida, dog!" And like everything. I'm like, dude, like. I'm fucking white. I'm white and Cuban, man. Like,
how you doing, sir?
Yeah, what the fuck? Shake my fucking hand like a normal person.
Yo, what's up, dog? How you doing? Yeah, it's like, what the hell is this handshake, dog? Just shake my hand,
no,
dog.
he was. After that, he kind of like settled down. I was just like, all right, man. Like, how are you, sir? But yeah, I mean, it was.
Did he do the knee?
No, he did not. But he was like a super nice guy, man. Like almost too nice, where it kind of made you feel like
uncomfortable.
This guy's. There's clearly he's doing some bullshit behind the scenes. But every dude that I've talked to, and I'm friends with a bunch of the players that were at University of Florida with him, and they were like, dude, the guy was like uncorruptible. Like literally, I mean, watch the Netflix thing. They said the guys would literally like show like nude pictures of girls, and he would literally like run away.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. Which I mean, that's. You do that this day and age, I mean, you might be a little. But yeah, it's the guy was super nice. But to get back on point, like so, Florida was there, South Carolina, obviously,
Oklahoma,
Louisville, and Southern Cal was. It was just too damn far.
Yeah, for your family, because you wanted to kind
of. That's the other side of the country.
100%.
So when you were considering your move, I mean, what were the top things? I mean, obviously you wanted to be close enough where your family can come, even though fucking Harvard. I mean, it's on the East Coast, but I mean, it was
that's still a long flight.
Columbia's only like what, 8 hours, 9 hours?
It was an 8-hour drive. I would usually get there in about 6.5. I had a heavy foot, and I used to haul fucking ass.
100 miles per hour.
Oh, at least
down 75.
And I'd stop one time. For gas and piss, and that's it. So like, I had a bunch of teammates that lived in Jacksonville, and they were like, "Hey man, like I gotta pull over. Like I gotta take a piss, or I gotta take a shit." I was like, "You could go and find a bag or something, dude. Like, I don't care. I'm not fucking stopping. Like I told you this when we got in the car. You ain't giving me gas money either, so we're fucking going, buddy."
Oh shit! So it came down tight between Louisville, Oklahoma, and the Gamecocks.
Yeah, those are the top three at the end of the deal.
And I mean, they pretty much throw everything at you to try to get you to sign with their college, right?
For sure. But
now, like, Spurrier convinced you, huh?
Yeah, but like now they're throwing not only the off the field stuff. Now they're throwing a shit pile of money.
Because they can now.
Because they can legally.
Legally, yeah.
Legally. So now it's like,
because back then they couldn't.
It's like, hey man, like I'm gonna give you $2 million to commit.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You should see Google some of what these high school kids are getting paid to commit to school. It's non-binding. Like, so if you if you commit to like a Notre Dame and they're going to give you a $2 million signing bonus and say, yeah, we're going to pay you, you know, $400,000 a year after that $2 million signing bonus, you can take that $2 million and say, oh, you know what? I don't really feel like being committed to Notre Dame anymore. I'm going to
take another $2 million from somewhere else.
I'm going to go to the highest bidder.
Holy shit.
So I don't know if I'd be alive if someone gave me $2 million as an 18-year-old kid.
I know. I mean, coming down to the just maturity, I remember myself, and we're thinking of ourselves in that age. I mean, you get $2 million.
You don't.
Hookers and blow.
I don't even know what to spend $2 million on at 18 years old.
I don't even
14
know.
houses.
But I'm saying, like 18 years old. I mean,
you don't know shit, right?
You don't know what the hell you're doing.
Public school system hasn't fucking taught you anything.
No, you have one thing on your mind at 18 years old, and
it rhymes with
we'll see.
So what was the biggest thing? I mean, when it came down to the NCAA and then allowing them to go ahead and do this NIL deal,
there was just so much pressure, and I think so much
of the amount of money they were making.
The amount of money that they were making, and it's like, oh well, you know, we're paying for your room and board, and you know, free education.
No, that ain't shit.
I forgot it. I want to say it was Cardell Jones, or one of the quarterbacks from Ohio State. He goes, was it him?
I think it was.
He's like, I didn't come here to go to school. I came here to play football. Like, yeah, I'm not going to South Carolina because I want to be the next goddamn governor or a math teacher in the public school. I don't want to. I'm here. I went to South Carolina to play football and to further my career playing football.
Which is also, I mean, when it comes down to this day and age,
business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if you're going to learn everything about it, do I really need to go to fucking school?
No, fuck no, bro.
No, I mean, we already got 12 years of general education. I think we're fucking well-rounded enough to now, hey, if I'm going to be a college football, this is my fucking career. Why do I got to go to the classes?
How about just separate it? Have the NCAA its own division straight out of high school. You don't have to go to college, and all you concentrate on is football itself.
Semi-pro ball, man.
Yeah, why the fuck not? You know.
Because the NCAA is printing money from the whole thing. They don't give a shit that some kid's making $2 million a year or $5 million a year or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, because they're making $20 million on him.
They're making 5 times off that guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, you watch the Johnny Manziel thing on Netflix. He was making a couple $100,000. You know, Texas A&M was making, I want to say they made $730 fucking million when the year he won the Heisman.
No shit.
That was more than every single other SEC school combined.
And SEC is the big division right there. I mean, if you're
that was their first year in the SEC.
Did that also play a part on who you picked?
Yes,
the SEC,
yes.
Because I mean, we all know that's the best. I mean, that's the best division in football.
Absolutely. It's not,
hands
not
down.
close.
I mean, the size of the players. I mean, everybody always goes Ohio State number 5 or number 1. It's like, bro, who the fuck do they play?
And it's.
I mean, Michigan and them now. I mean, you got Jim. You know, you got Jim Harbaugh.
Everything's realigned with the whole different conferences. But yeah, that was definitely a big thing. It's like I don't want to go play in somewhere cold. That was another decision in my deal. I Florida guy, man. I don't like cold. I really don't. I've learned to like it though. Every morning, me and Mashu take a cold shower. It
wakes you up
every single morning, man. Yeah. It's you feel like a brand new piece of shit.
I like that. Wake up, brand new piece of shit again.
But yeah, between that and I could not play. I played in Birmingham, Alabama, against UConn, and it was the coldest game. I remember going to Boston and sitting in the stands watching my brothers play. Yeah. I have never been more cold in my entire life, and I've been in a lot of snow than that game in Birmingham, Alabama. It was fucking freezing. And I was like, this sucks.
What was it, like negative or?
No, I mean, it wasn't negative, but it felt like the ball felt like a rock. And, Alshon Jeffrey never dropped any passes. He was dropping passes. People were dropping passes left and right.
That's right. You were with Alshon
Yeah,
Jeffrey?
I mean, we had a freaking squad back in the day, man. And I just don't do cold very well.
Let me ask you, because I never played football. When you get hit in that kind of weather, what does that feel like, bro? It's like pins and needles. Think
of like a hammer just blasting against like tempered glass, just pow, and you just feel everything, just kind of disintegrate.
Ooh,
like pins and needles. And I told my brothers about it. They're like, "Oh, you never played in snow. You never." I was like, "You're right, I never played in snow, but that fucking game in Birmingham, Alabama, felt like I was playing on like concrete."
Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it was shit.
Hitting
It was-
the ground. The ground was frozen.
Yeah.
Did you
The
see?
ground was
Did you see
frozen.
better Garcia is playing with gloves on when you did play that cold,
No.
or did you just did?
You
never
can't,
were
right?
better?
You can't throw with gloves,
I don't
right?
know how people do it.
Yeah,
And then, growing up, I was a big Brett Favre guy.
yeah, I like Brett
Uh,
Favre too. He always took risks.
He's
you know?
he's gunslinger.
a risky motherfucker.
Gunslinger, man. And guy had a fucking absolute cannon for an arm and, didn't give a shit. Clearly, as the reports have come out, he didn't give a
Yeah,
shit
he
about
did.
fucking anything. So,
or anyone.
or anyone. No.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that, I don't, can't really reference that guy's name too often anymore. But
Yeah.
fuck it. I still like Brett Favre a lot. He played with such a toughness.
Yeah.
Never wore long sleeves. Never wore gloves. And fucking guy played in Green Bay for
Yeah,
and then
fucking
Minnesota.
Wisconsin.
Minnesota. But
Yeah,
that's the
Minnesota
dome
was a
inside,
dome.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but,
true.
but still, you got to practice
Is it-
out there.
and
too.
that was your guy, huh? We're growing up. That
Favorite
was
quarterback?
favorite
Yeah.
quarterback. That's who you wanted to
Yep.
play like, right?
Yep.
Even
What
though
about-
you had more scrambling ability than Brett Favre.
For sure,
100%.
for sure. I just feel like I was a little bit before my time with the whole dual threat
Yeah.
scrambling type deal.
No, you did. You had them both. man.
But
And-
as I
and-
say, man, I was born too early, man. If I was born in this day and age, like I wouldn't have to do anything.
And we're definitely going to get back here just after the break, and Steven's going to tell us a little bit more about being born too early and
No, we're
scrambling
gonna-
a little too
no,
late.
We're gonna hear about one of his like top 10 experiences playing football. That's what we want to hear.
All right, peace out. Like, comment, subscribe.
Sprinkle some crack on that shit. Welcome back to Happy Hour Holidaze. Garcia, speaking of cocktails, man, I know you're involved with Rebel Rabbit, THC infused cocktail, get a little lit, but also get that mellow feeling. Tell us a little bit more about that brand.
So it's actually it's not. I misspoke. It's not an actual cocktail. So there's no alcohol in it.
Oh, okay.
It is an alcohol replacement.
Okay.
I just gleeked all over the place. But no, it is. So it's THC infused. There's mild, wild, and then like I forgot what the other term is, like crazy or some shit. But yeah, man, it's pretty wild. And the guys are from South Carolina. Same thing with the cut guy. Went to school in South Carolina with me, and they were like, man, we could think of no other person other than you to be our face of like Rebel Rabbit. So yeah, they hit me up and they sent me a bunch of product, and I'm not a huge smoke guy or THC guy at all, but
I mean,
I drank one of them, and I was like, "Holy shit! I'm fucking chill."
so do you like? Is it like something you pour into an alcoholic beverage?
You can, and I do.
And make like a cocktail almost. Okay, so I mean, talking about getting a little bit drunk and confused, there's a lot of people out there that when they're drunk and confused, they place bad bets. So
This guy's on
there
the roll with
there is another company that you're endorsing. It's called Cut. Can you tell us a little bit about Cut in the sports betting world there?
So Cut is KUTT. Yeah, he's on fire.
He's
Right?
on fire now.
Yeah, it's KUTT, and it's a social betting platform. So say you bet against your brother or you bet against me or whatever. Like, okay, what's the over under on a certain game going to be? You like the under, he loves the over. Okay, we'll bet it. You guys say, okay, I'll Venmo you. Who the fuck Venmos on that shit anymore?
I mean, I do.
I know you guys do, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that.
I mean, if there's more of an organized platform, that would be easier.
Yeah, exactly. I do that all day.
There's
Yeah.
an app, and it's like, okay, I'm doing this. I bet $100 against you, and then they don't take. They don't take any. I think it says it's called a vig. They don't take any sort of percentage. They take a percentage of what you deposit, and it's like 1%. I don't want to say what it is. Because I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's very minimal percentage. That's how they make their money. But
So it's all in one app. So you don't have to, okay, you lost the bet. Now let me go to a different app. It's
And then-
all in one,
Yep,
which
yep.
makes it super easy.
it's super easy. But the whole purpose of it is because I don't know if y'all have friends like this. I have plenty of friends where it's like, hey man,
Degenerates?
like
Like professional poker players?
No, 100%. But those guys usually pay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about friends that don't
Don't
fucking
pay.
pay.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
hey man, I bet you, $100 that I'll make this putt. Yeah, sure. Miss the putt. All right, you owe me $100. Yeah. We'll double it.
Yeah,
It's
we
like, then
got
all of a sudden you
friends like
fucking
that.
forget.
Yeah.
So you can customize your bets on it. It's brilliant, and that's why I wanted to get involved with it. I'm trying to get some sort of equity stake in it. It's just
It kind of sounds like honestly a great idea because the money's already there. So
Exactly.
when the bet is placed, that means that the money will be distributed upon the outcome.
100%.
Damn, dude, that is a brilliant idea. Were these people from South Carolina
Yeah,
also that came
yeah.
up with it?
Yep, went to school in South Carolina, which is ironic because in the state of South Carolina you can't use cut.
No shit.
Because he's we're his name's Sim, and we keep trying to talk, and it's like, dude, like let's run some sort of event in
Florida.
In South Carolina, do a tailgate thing. He's like, dude, I'd love to. We can't legally do it in South Carolina. It's like one of the 5 states you can't do it.
No shit.
So-
But you could do it in Florida, right?
Oh yeah,
California, Vegas.
His name is Sim?
Sim.
Yeah, tell him to move to a different fucking state.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
God
right?
damn.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're going to do this shit, you got to at least have it for the state so you can advertise the shit out of it.
Go to Miami.
This guy's back on
He
Miami.
loves Miami.
You
Right.
want fucking 20 bitches pregnant at one
I
time?
mean, I'm just saying, though, if I could have moved to Miami, I would have gone there. But, it's a little expensive out there.
So, I mean, our audience is definitely dying to know craziest moments of Garcia's fucking playing career in college. I mean, some fucking intense games. I mean, you guys went all the way to the SEC championship. I mean, so give us like at least 1 or 2 of one of your craziest moments on the field. It could be like game situation or whatever.
People talking shit to you,
whatever.
a ref fucking saying some stuff.
How much time do we have left? I got some wild shit.
Yeah. Tell us
How
one
about
that
the
just-
worst one where someone was just kept yapping?
That's what
You
I
were
was-
like, I'm throwing it on you every
That's what I
time.
was getting ready to say right now. We it was when me and the other quarterback, Chris Smelly, we were interchanging every single rep.
Well, I remember
Oh.
that towards the end, right?
That was my
Junior year?
red shirt freshman year.
So Spurrier didn't like your hair yet, still.
No. And both of us were not playing very well. So he's like, all right, I did this once before with 3 quarterbacks, and he was at the University of Florida. Literally 3 quarterbacks were rotating every single play. So he thought it would be a great idea to do with me and Smelly. He's just a quirky guy like that. So we go down to Florida in 2000. Oh, shit, I don't even know. It had to be 2008.
Yeah.
Had to be 2008. And so we're interchanging every play. And my first play, we run a zone read. I pull it and run up, and I see fucking Brandon Spikes there.
Oh,
shit.
This fucking guy picks me up, shakes me for a minute, and fucking throws me down. And I'm on the ground on my back like this, like, God damn. And listen, I played at 250 pounds. Like, I was not a fucking small
You're a big
kid.
guy.
I was a fucking moose. And this guy literally picked me up, threw me down. He was like, that's right, you pussy ass cracker. I'm going to be here all night. And I was like, well, I'm going to be here. I'll see you next play, man. I got to go out now. It was just, and they proceeded to beat our ass 56-6 that night. And,
Holy shit.
yeah, they beat our ass. Percy Harvin had like 4 touchdowns on like jet sweeps. Tebow, I don't even know if Tebow threw the ball once.
Who was the other? Oh, okay, it was Tebow.
Yeah, but
that was UF. Yeah.
But the biggest thing is that a quarterback can't really get into a rhythm.
Yeah, if they're
Fuck
taking
no,
you out
no,
every
there's
single
no
fucking
way, man. There's no way.
So
you-
after that game, I told Coach Sperry, I said, listen, and I'm kind of when I'm pissed off, it's going to be very
Direct.
black and white.
Yeah.
It's like, if you do that again, let me know because I'm fucking out of here. I'm transferring. Let me know. He's like, yeah. He's not a very confrontational guy. He'll yell at you, and you yell back at him. He's not going to say shit. He's like, all right, we're not doing that ever again. And we didn't. And Smelly left that following year and played baseball at University of Alabama. And they gave me the keys to the car, as they said, and the rest is history.
And you took them to the SEC championship, right?
Yep. So that was in 2008. 2009, we had a decent year. That's my our first year of full-time playing. Trying to think of any sort of, I guess the best game that year was when we played number 4 Ole Miss on a Thursday night, and we ended up beating their ass, and that's when the whole like sandstorm thing come about, and so that was awesome. That was like the first big win in program history. Then the following year, 2010, we're talking about like big events that happened. Obviously, we beat Alabama, the number 1 ranked team, and that was the first time in school history to do that. And we beat them 35-21. I mean, we raged. We raged for a good amount of time.
I mean, that's a big accomplishment, beating Nick Saban, dog.
Because
I mean,
it's never happened. And that was, so.
Because they always went undefeated.
And it all comes back to what Coach Spurrier told me. He was like, come here and you start your own tradition. You start your own legacy. So I'm like, holy shit, like, we're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
So we do that. Then we go to Florida in the swamp against Urban Meyer 2010.
You look at him and you were like, I remember what you said to me.
late game, and the first time they've ever worn blue helmets, blue jerseys, blue pants, blue socks, cleats, the whole thing. They blued out. And the opening kickoff, they fucking return it back. And I've never heard a stadium get so loud in my entire life. It felt like I was fucking shaking. We take the ball the next drive, we go down to score, and then we just fucking keep scoring. So we end up beating Florida. We beat their ass. It was 29-7, I think.
What were they ranked at that time?
I think 17 or something. But it was whoever the winner of that would advance to the SEC championship.
What were you guys ranked?
15 or I don't even know. It's been a while.
Were you guys ever ranked to like 1 or 2?
No.
Damn, still made it to the SEC championship.
Yeah.
So you guys beat a lot of. So basically, I mean, I hear this a lot. The eye test. They have to pass the eye test to get ranked higher. Do you actually agree with that? No, that's bullshit, right?
It is bullshit.
It's like, who did you play? Who did you beat? There is no eye test.
And that's why I think the whole playoff system is bullshit right now.
Yeah, it's still fucked.
Yeah, it's better than it used to be. I feel like, but you gotta have multiple teams in there. You can't have 4 fucking teams. No. It's gonna be the 4 teams every fucking year.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, there's gonna be 2 SEC teams and an ACC. And what is it? Big 10 or Big 12?
So then, what are you thinking about a different kind of structure? What would you say?
Yeah, what would you say, Garcia? That's what I was going to ask you. Like, what would you do?
16 teams?
Would you do it just like the NFL? Have a couple wild card teams. You have a fucking couple teams with a bye. I mean, that's
you have to. You have the.
So you make the season longer too, right?
Yeah. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, who cares? They're young bodies. I mean,
they're younger than the NFL.
Yeah, they got plenty of time.
That was like the biggest argument. It's like, oh well, these kids are. 18, 20 years old, like they can't,
No, they absolutely can.
They're getting paid.
Now you're getting paid. You're fucking taking that beating.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, it absolutely makes sense to do a 16-team schedule, I think. You have the conference champions, the SEC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, all that shit. Then you can give them a bye. I mean, there's so many
I would say give them a bye.
There's so many options you can have. But I'll be honest, man, I never liked a bye week. I never did. I mean, I did
because it kind of gives you. It kind of slows
gives you a little bit. It gives you a little bit of space, but
could be bad.
Now you're not focused on the next opponent. You're not doing everything you need to do during that bye week. During the bye week, you think I was
no? I'm meditating at my thing. I'm meditating going like this, taking shots.
Yeah, I'm coming home and I'm seeing a couple of cheerleaders in the pool. Like,
oh shit!
Like, what do you mean?
It's fucking college, bro. Yeah,
exactly.
You got to.
Exactly.
I mean, you got to think about the mental state. I mean, we're talking about kids here. I mean, we're not talking about fucking full-grown, mature adults. Even at the NFL level, we're still having to deal with kids.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you're getting people now with more money at a younger age. I mean, what the fuck do you think?
And then, I mean, going back to that point, talking about kids, I think it means that you got to party, you have to have fun. And if there's like a closed door conference, right? I mean, they should probably uphold that. So have you ever had an experience where you have had a run-in with like an athletic director or anything like that?
Yeah,
in which it kind of
went awry?
Well, yeah, went awry.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What's that story about?
Well, so we're celebrating one of our linemen, Kyle Nunn. We were celebrating his birthday, and we're drinking Crown and Coke. Next thing you know, we have an SEC mandated meeting at the stadium. So we're like, all right, well, fuck, let's just go, whatever. We'll stop this party. Let's pour out half the Coke bottle and we'll pour, the other Crown and the rest of it. And we'll drink it there. Great idea. Fucking love it. So they get in there and, I'm sitting there talking to this counselor or whatever who reiterated several times, closed door, no coaches are allowed. You guys have the platform. You guys say whatever you want to say.
Entrapment.
Oh, absolutely. So, I'm saying whatever I want to say, and I would do it, whether or not I was having Crown and Coke. And happened to be that the athletic director's wife was in there, and she didn't like what I had to say, and they fucking booted me out. Yeah. And next thing you know, I get a call the next day from.
Well, you were 22 though. You were legal drinking age.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was going to my senior year.
Yeah.
Like I'm done. I've redshirt. I'm ready to go. I'm 22, and I get this call from the athletic director, and they were like, "Yeah, you need to come in here. We got to have a little talk, and makes you sign a contract about we're going to drug test you." I'm by far the most drug tested player in NCAA history. I don't think there's any question about it, and I don't even smoke like that. I'm Rebel Rabbit, whatever, but like I don't smoke like that. I love the, I'm like Bert
Yeah,
Christian,
just
man.
like- yeah.
I love the booze.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's just
and it was every week that they were
every
doing?
week randomly.
Randomly.
I was down here at my grandfather's house when I came down here in May, and they literally came to my grandfather's house
No.
once a week randomly.
No fucking way.
So past all that, the entire summer, everything, I missed summer workouts. So May, June, and July, they were testing me once a week for 3 straight months.
So basically, they said you can't drink.
Correct.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah. Like I was some raging fucking alcoholic. So,
She fucking hated you.
there's
No
it's-
doubt about that.
It's unquestionable. But I signed the contract. I said, okay, fine. Like I can absolutely stop doing this. Like I'm going to my senior year, and we had a stacked team. So let's get right and try to make a run at this SEC championship and try to win it this time. So I passed the thing. I graduate. There was like 15 stipulations I had to pass them all. They bring me back to the team for fall practice, fall camp. End up, Coach Spurrier was still like kind of pissed off at me. So he ended up starting Connor, game 1 against East Carolina in Charlotte. We were kind of getting our ass whipped. So he ends up, all right, we're putting Garcia in. We ended up scoring 63 fucking points and beat their ass.
I wonder what the right decision was.
So after that, I'm like, I guess this whole thing is lifted. This contract is lifted. I never got drug tested. I never got any calls. Nothing for like 4 weeks. And then my grandfather dies. We lose to Auburn the next game, or in week 5. So we're 4-1. Never got drug tested in the past 5 weeks. I get a call that Monday, and they're like, "Hey, you need to come in for a drug test." Grandfather died. We lost. I drank. Failed the drug test. They were like, "All right, you failed, or you canceled your contract. You voided your contract. You're off the team."
No shit. Just like that, bro.
Yeah, that's
Senior
what.
year, right?
Yeah.
Senior,
So
after
that's
everything you did for that
So that's what
legacy.
That's
that
what
you
our
have.
athletic director Eric Hyman told me, and I can't say on camera what I had to say to that guy. It wasn't good,
Yeah.
and that's one bridge that I don't mind burning. Fuck that guy.
Fuck
Absolutely
that
fuck
guy.
that guy.
Because I mean, bro, you took them to the SEC championship.
And the Gamecocks, I mean,
Yeah, nobody
They're
even
nowhere.
knew where South Carolina was.
the only reason I knew fucking the Gamecocks is because this fucking guy in my work would talk about him. I was like, the Game fucking Cocks? Who the fuck is that? And then the only reason that I ever did watch them is because you were playing. I knew you were here from local Tampa, so I would watch your games just for you.
It's just crazy, man. The whole thing, like,
Yeah,
that's a whole different story. But nowadays everything kind of gets.
yeah.
Put it off to the side.
yeah.
But I mean, we got to bring to light these issues that were going on in the NCAA because they're fucking corrupt, bro, and they have been since the inception of
Absolutely.
the NCAA.
Absolutely.
So stories like this actually bring to light things that were going on, and that's why now you have the NIL deals, is because that's how corrupt they were. So when we get back, we're gonna continue the conversation. Like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome back to Happy Hour Holidaze. We are with the one and only Stephen Garcia, former SEC quarterback, and Manny Freshie. Well, I don't know, bro. Let's
I
just
love
call
to
him for
eat Big
Breeze,
Macs,
dog.
Big Macs and McDoubles, dog.
Big Macs. You know what? Big Macs and McDoubles. That'll get you old. But
That's what my bitch
but
tells me.
sometimes you just gotta find what that conquistador from Spain did. He found that fountain of youth, man. And you know what? Speaking of the fountain of youth, taking some years off your life, let's talk about just a little bit of youth football. And you know what, Steven, I'm sure you're affiliated with youth football. Tell us a little bit about youth football.
It's crazy, and I've been to a couple of these sporting events where for kids that I'm training, and the parents are like, "Hey, you should come watch these kids play." So I went there. I didn't bring a Yeti. I didn't bring anything. I was just watching ball. I hear these fucking parents like, "Kill that motherfucker! Take his fucking head off!" I'm like, "Dude, why'd you bring me here for this? Like, what is happening? Like, are you serious?" And then I see people like exchanging money.
Oh,
They're gambling on shit. They're trying to hurt fucking kids. It's I literally like the skin was crawling on my back of my neck.
now are they gambling on cut?
I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah, exactly. Like, do that shit on cut. At least I can get some sort of percentage of this deal. No, but in all seriousness, man, it was fucking brutal. And I'm sitting there telling my parents about this, and they were like, "Why do you think that I had a giant Yeti or a big gulp styrofoam cup in my hand when you were playing. My dad said this. He's like, if I didn't have that, I would have shot people.
Oh shit!
Like 100% would shoot people if they, like the shit they were saying about you. I would have shot people.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
So it gets heated out there.
I mean,
Oh,
any
way
sports.
But yeah, but it's now more prevalent than anything else because now you got kids that are social media famous. The baby Gronk.
Baby Gronk, yeah, I saw him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
His dad's telling him what the fuck to do. He's got his hand up his ass the entire time.
Gronk told him, "Yo, stop doing this."
It's honestly sickening. In all bullshit, it's sickening.
Mhm.
Kid's fucking like 8 years old, and the dad's like, no, ask that question again. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let the kid be fucking a kid for a minute. Let him chill. Let him learn how to play football. Let him grow. But that is the problem with social media is that everyone wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to be famous, which is baffling. It's like nobody wants to play in the NFL anymore. Everybody wants to gain more followers. So that's kind of what we're in these days. And it sucks, man. You know, having a 15-year-old son that's, you know, a sophomore in high school at Steinbrenner now, it's honestly tough. It's super tough and it's frustrating and he's frustrated and everybody's frustrated. It's what are you going to do?
Does he play football also, your son?
He plays quarterback. And I told him growing up, I was like, look, just because I played quarterback, you don't have to. But if you do want to play quarterback, I'm going to be an absolute dickhead to you because I know what it actually takes. So you can either take it or you don't. You don't have to do it. I'm going to love you the same way. You can go draw. You can play musician. You can do whatever you want. But if you want to play football, it is not a pretty fucking scene. And that's what everybody sees, like the NIL, all these NIL guys signing crazy contracts. You see, you know, Jalen Hurts signing crazy contracts. That's not real life. And people just don't understand that. And it's frustrating, but people need that. They need that to be told by someone that actually knows what the fuck they're talking about. So that's why I kind of want to talk about almost starting a sports psychology business. I majored in psychology, which is fucking baffling in itself. But I feel like I can give enough knowledge to kids that, you know, they know what the fuck to do and what not to do. You know, I'm literally prime example of what they could and what they shouldn't do. But
you know, that's actually not a bad idea, right? Starting a sports mentoring program, even since you are a psychology major, and you can actually train people from Pop Warner all the way to high school and through college and be some kind of consultant for them, right? I mean,
for sure.
Yeah, and maybe get a piece of that NIL money when they get, you know, offered up something.
But I mean,
that makes you essentially an agent.
But I don't want to do that. I don't want to be an agent. I don't like. I do love money. I love everything that money brings. But I tell the parents this shit, and I genuinely mean it because I actually do. I give a shit about these kids being happy because in this current environment of where the fuck this world's at, it's hard to be positive. It's hard to love what the hell you do. I love what the fuck I do. I know you guys love what you guys do. And it's frustrating. I don't want to get too sentimental and too serious on this deal.
No, but go for it.
We're having a good time. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's just, it breaks my heart seeing, you know, kids get frustrated like, oh, I'm not starting, or, you know, I'm not a 5-star. I'm not a 3-star. I'm not getting enough playing time. Dude, that's welcome to fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, you're not always going to be the president of a company. You're not always going to be, sometimes you got to eat shit a little bit. And it doesn't taste good. And I tell stories a little differently than I think a normal psychiatrist would. But I think people actually resonate with what the hell I have to say because I ate shit for a long time. And my teeth still have not changed the stain.
I mean, it's pretty funny because, I mean, they're brown right now.
I'm just kidding.
Man.
No,
I'm just kidding.
But you got to think about what Les Brown said. He's like, bad times are here, but they are not here to stay.
They have come to
They
pass.
have come to pass, and
That's
better
right.
things are on the horizon.
And they are. And it's unfortunate, man. You see the suicide rate is up 1,000,000%, whatever it may be. Dude, it's scary as shit. You have a kid, like, you know, I got 3 kids now, and it scares the shit out of me, especially a son that's playing, you know, high school football that has the talent, in my opinion. And I've seen a lot of quarterbacks, I've seen a lot of players that has a chance to play college football, and it's not easy. College football, if you think high school football is tough, If you think middle school football stuff, if you think whatever, wait till you get to college.
It's like the Army.
That's when it really fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's no longer fun. It is your job. Your job is to play well, so your coach gets paid a hell of a lot more. And now they're finally realizing that they can pay players, so it eases the burden a little bit. But
So walk us through the average day or even week of a college athlete, since you're saying that it is more difficult than high school. It is more difficult than Pop Warner, youth football, things of that nature. What is the average day of a college athlete, specifically a football athlete?
oh man, I remember talking to my tight end, Wesley Saunders, and I'll never forget it. I looked at him, I was like, I'm watching the fucking movie Groundhog Day. Like, we're doing the same thing every day. Like, what day is it? I don't even know what day it is. Like, I can't. I don't like doing the same shit every day. I'm sure if I had my wits about me and I knew that there was a fucking pot of gold, that's all I may change my opinion. But it was wake up at 5 o'clock, get to workouts at 6 o'clock.
Oh shit!
Throw up at 7:30 from the workout because it fucking sucked. Go to team bonding meal. Go to class. Go to another class. Go home for 5 minutes and hang out with some cheerleaders, and then you got to go to lunch.
Is that all it took was 5 minutes with the cheerleaders?
Sometimes. When there's multiple, yeah. So then you do, Masha, you didn't hear that. So then you go to lunch, then you go to team meetings, then you get dressed, then you go to practice, then you have team dinner, then you have team film, then you go home.
What time was lunch at?
I mean, I don't even
like 12?
Something around
because
that. I mean,
you're doing all this shit just to get to lunch.
But we got a free education.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You can't ask me one fucking thing about psychology. I don't know shit about psychology. I know what should be said and what shouldn't be said and how to get people. Because I've done it before and I've talked to, quarterbacks that I'm not going to name, but I've talked to quarterbacks who have been through kind of some devastating shit. And I don't want to say I've talked to them off the ledge, but I feel like I've done a good job of kind of bringing them back into what the fuck's important. And that's the bottom line is what is important to you? What's important is fame, is money important to you, is children, is life, is relationship with your parents. Like what's important to you? And it varies by different people, but you would be amazed, man. I got guys I got a couple guys in the NFL. I got a couple guys that are 6 years old. I got everything in between. I got kids whose parents have sold their companies for hundreds of $millions of dollars. And, it's hard to talk to people like that because they're like, what? You can't tell me shit, dude. Yeah. Like, I'm multimillionaire.
You would think the people that did go through those struggles and made multi-millions of dollars would say, yeah, actually, you can tell him that he's shit because they've probably been to the grinder unless they were handed a company, which we see a lot of.
You see a lot of it all the time.
And then you also probably see a lot of super successful parents that are trying to coddle their child as well. Right?
And that's you see it all the time.
Oh, don't say he's bad. Don't say he's bad. You're gonna hurt his confidence.
I've lost several South Tampa specifically.
Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense.
I was like, dude, you're being a fucking pussy, dude. Like, what are you crying about? Why are you can't take I'm literally just yelling at you. I'm cursing at you. Just do what the fuck I'm asking you to do, man. I kind of know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, you can't really talk to him like that. He's very sensitive.
Welcome to the NFL.
Yeah.
Get out.
This isn't the place. I mean, if you think about it, Garcia, how fucking important. We play golf. You know how fucking, treacherous golf is with the mental game. I mean, when it comes to football, your mental fucking game gets trashed. I mean, if you don't have the mental game, you might as well go fucking play tennis.
Well, listen to this.
Well, actually, tennis is a really fucking hard sport.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, nobody's talking shit to you, telling you your mom's a piece of shit.
Who's not?
In tennis?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Masha, I don't know if you met my fiance, Masha.
Yeah.
No.
She's Russian. Uh-huh. She would tell me her dad would do this every time she lost a point. Would clap.
The sarcastic clap.
Sarcastic clap.
Yeah.
And she's like, that was devastating.
Like,
and she still tells, I mean,
what did she do?
She played collegiate tennis. She owns a car dealership now, which, she's kicking ass. But
Plug the car
Yeah, what's
dealership.
the car dealership?
MM Cars.
MM Cars.
MM Cars.
Located here in Tampa.
Off East Hillsboro.
Off
Yeah,
of East
yeah.
Yeah,
Hillsboro.
if you need a
Cool.
car, hit us up.
MM card. We got
MM card.
Bugattis, Lambos, whatever you want.
Humvees. I mean, the whole deal.
Yeah, we saw your Humvee, bro. That
Yeah.
was a badass fucking Humvee.
She
Is it?
found it.
It was not an older one, a military styled Humvee,
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So was it from the military?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that thing
From-
looked
from
hard.
One of the camps in Georgia.
Was it? It wasn't from Afghanistan. No, they left all those guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Easy.
No politics.
That wasn't politics. It's just a fact.
But politics, we run this color.
No, but I mean, seriously, the mental game in football, I mean, compared to other sports, I mean, the amount of trash talking. I mean, not to say the other sports, they don't trash talk.
But probably not as much.
But
as
football is also
right?
physical. I mean, in tennis, you could trash talk somebody, hey, you missed that spike. But literally, they could spike you into the ground if they wanted to and trash talk you, which
Absolutely.
takes a lot of guts
I mean,
to
you
get
heard,
back up.
You heard what I was telling about
Brandon Spikes. Yeah, that's
he
why I was like-
pulled me up and he's like,
Shook you.
pussy ass cracker. Like,
Yeah.
but that I like to call it myself. I have rhino skin. Like I don't give a fuck what you have to say.
Yeah.
Like there's no way you're gonna beat my ass. Although Brandon Spikes might have whipped my ass, but I would have died trying.
Yeah, there you
There's no
go.
point in
But there's-
rolling over.
But as we talked about off the camera, man, like you see nothing but people getting picked on and people getting in fights and they can't defend themselves because there's 15 other people behind them that are, jumping in on it. It's an awkward world we're in these days, and so that's why I want to talk about Memphis. It's like keep your head on a swivel at all times.
Talk
Yeah.
about Memphis.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
his
my
son.
son. Memphis.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's a sophomore at Steinbrenner. He's, behind a senior and, complaining and, wants more playing time. It's like, yeah, dude, I get it. But sometimes you got to sit down and wait.
I mean, because dad was second string quarterback and UM gave you an offer. So being second string isn't necessarily bad. The scouts can tell when a player has the right fundamentals to become successful.
But
I wouldn't
in a
call it
position.
second string. I would
Well, no,
say
that's what he
that.
said. That's what
But,
he said,
yeah,
right?
but it's like now these guys are getting paid and it's all on social media.
Yeah.
Everything's on social media, which it's a double-edged sword. I get paid from social media and I love it. But at the same time, it's like, God, this world is going to hell in a handbasket from
yeah,
it.
it is.
Quickly.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Because you're just like, yeah, I'm going to post that I'm here and I'm going to help bring brand awareness to whatever I can. But at the same time, it's like every single kid, you go to dinner,
They're
and
on
they're
their
like this.
phone.
They're like this the whole
Oh,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Like
how
this.
was your day? Oh, it was good.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
What if I did that? What if I did this the whole time in the interview? Yeah. Next question.
We're gonna have to get you out of here.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Like, turn your fucking phone off and like, talk with us for a minute.
Because of the
Yeah,
social
bro.
media. I mean, half of the time they're fucking scrolling on TikTok, on fucking Instagram. I mean, this is not the new world.
And he's seeing how many kids are getting 5-star offers, how many kids are getting, NIL deals, and it's not just him. It is every other quarterback
Yeah, that's
that I'm working with. It's like, how come I'm not getting this? It's like I don't fucking know, dude. Like, I'm not your agent.
Yeah.
Go find your agent, dude.
I'm your. I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna help you get better.
Yeah.
But I can't explain to you why you're not getting paid to commit to some school, dude. It's baffling.
And when it comes to spinning athletics, your focus with the youth and the young players is obviously you want to teach them how to play, how to play the position, how to deal with the mental game, in depth. What exactly do you offer to these young kids?
It's never, like I said earlier, never in a million years that I think I'd be doing this
Mm.
for a full-time deal. A lot of these parents and these siblings of these kids, they'll come up to me like, dude, like you are literally like a father figure to some of these kids. You are literally like an older brother to a lot of these kids. So that's kind of what I value myself at. Because a lot of these guys don't have older brothers.
No.
They don't have, some of them don't have father figures.
Mhm.
So, I kind of see that responsibility. It's like, all right, I got to get my shit together.
Yeah.
I'm going to still be the same person, but like wake the fuck up.
Yeah. No, I mean, 100%. But I mean, you have kids, so you kind of already have that father figure kind of honed down.
For
You
sure.
know, when it comes to, your last words for the audience, everybody who's heard you today.
We could do one more
Oh,
segment.
I was about to say, we're done?
No,
Oh,
we could
I
do one
didn't-
more
Oh,
segment.
I didn't know.
It's
Oh,
only
well,
1:30. He says 2:00. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool. All right, well then.
when we get back,
Erase that, back that. Okay, when we get back, we're gonna continue to talk to Garcia over here about, developing the young youth. Telling them that everything isn't gonna come easy like it is on social media. I mean, you're gonna have to work your ass off, and that's one thing that we know with building businesses is that life isn't easy. Life is very tough, and people will learn that faster than ever in this new age.
they'll
We'll be
drag
right
you
back.
through the mud before you can get up. Like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, we're back. Manny swallowed the whole microphone talking about swallowing things. There is
$90,000 suck.
$90,000 a suck. Stephen was talking about how these now that we're talking about it. Stephen was talking about these kids, they don't want to actually go into pro sports. What they want to do is they want to become social media influencers. And $90 a suck sounds like a lot. And one person that knows how to do that has gotten a hole in one before. That's Paige Spearnack. All right. She charges $90,000 a post. So I can see where that makes sense. Why don't you do that, Steve?
Because I don't have tits.
If you got tits, you're definitely going to
And you know who else doesn't have tits? Steve Spurrier. So,
Actually, in the later times, I've seen at least Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick, the hoodie.
Hey,
I mean, the
Belichick.
hoodie. I mean, I see
The
some
hoodie.
titties under that shit.
Well, I mean, now I'm wondering what Instagram pages you follow.
Golf wire.
So,
Golf Zire.
so what's your most memorable moment with Steve Spurrier? In terms, it could be good, it could be bad, it could be funny, it could be just anything, man. Something that you say to yourself, man, this is a moment I will never forget.
Man, there's no shortages of those stories, and some of them I'm gonna take to the grave. Most of them I'm gonna take to the grave. But I think the first practice I ever went to in January of 2007, I came out there. January, so it's not warm.
Yeah.
Go out there, shirt off, pink bandana around his head on the practice field, and he's the only one out there just like warming up, like throwing the ball. So I was walking with the other quarterbacks, and I was talking to Blake Mitchell, and I was like, dude, who the fuck is this psychopath? He's like, just wait till you see this shit, boy. This Southern guy. So we go in there, and I'm sitting there warming up. He's literally right here. We're doing a little pregame warm-up stuff, pre-practice warm-up. And I could feel him looking at me like Manny's looking at me right now. I could feel him looking at me. So I do one of these. I look at him. I just start laughing. And he goes, shit. Yeah. Just catching some rays, young Garcia. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So that's kind of like the PG story that I tell people all the time. There's so many other stories that I just
Let's go PG-13. Or even rated R.
I don't know if I can do it yet.
No.
I can't do it.
All right,
I can't do
PG-13
it.
then. Come on.
You should ask me this off camera. Try something to
Putting
deal
you
with.
on the spot is what we do, dog.
No, I like it.
Think it through though, not incriminating, I guess.
They're all incriminating. That's the problem.
All right, so let's go back to this. Let's go back to college experience.
Fountain of youth.
Fountain of youth. Yeah.
Let's talk about, out of all the college football games, let's talk about the best performance you had as a college
Career
player.
game, right?
Career game. What was the career
500
game?
yards, 600 yards,
Yeah. What was
10 touchdowns.
What was the career game that you felt like, damn, I fucking lit it up today? But let's do a good, a pretty solid contender. Not like a fucking East Carolina or somebody you just blow through. I'm talking about like a game that was
like UF,
top
or
rated
FSU,
team,
or
where you just you showed up and after
Georgia.
you got done with that game, you're like, damn, I fucking balled out.
Had to be Alabama, right?
No, it's probably Sickles in 2005.
Oh,
No,
shit.
no.
College.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well,
Sickles
he
in
fucking-
05. Fuck Sickles. I mean, shit.
Actually,
Anybody could blow them out.
let's go ahead. Let's go to high school. Let's say best fucking high school game you ever played. Fucking you.
Yeah,
felt
you
like
probably had a high.
No, Sickles 100%. It was against Tyler Harden. It was against all those
Yeah.
boys. Drew Whitaker. You fucking ask him about
Yeah.
it.
Who was the quarterback? I forget who the quarterback was.
It was
Donnie?
Zach Grossi.
Oh, Zach Grossi.
Zach
Bro,
Grossi,
he
yeah.
used to be our neighbor,
Yeah,
bro.
he's
Yeah.
my buddy, man.
Yeah.
He's coaching for the Denver Broncos now.
No
I
way.
shit you not.
For what
His
position?
dad was like a Buck security, or I don't know.
NFL.
NFL.
What-
Yeah, security.
what,
he was big time.
What kind of coach is he?
I think receivers coach.
Holy shit, bro. I remember one time we were playing in his backyard, bro, and we were playing tackle, but he almost made it to the end zone and I dove. I tripped up his legs. He got up so pissed, bro. He was like, "Why the fuck did you do that? I'm on the team. You can injure me." You remember that? It was in his backyard. And then we go back into his house and I dialed 911 on his phone. No bullshit. Cop shows up. His dad was so pissed off, man. He was so pissed. Bro, we were like 13, 14, 15, whatever. He was so pissed off because the cop shows up because I literally dialed it. It rang and I hung up. Next thing you know, there's a cop outside. That's a Zach Grossi story for you right
That
there.
is unbelievable. He's
Yeah.
gonna love this. Holy
You lived
shit.
right. You lived right around the corner.
Yeah,
Because we lived off of Wayne Road and he was
You
one
guys are
street.
right by my uncles, man. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, we went through some nefarious shit over there.
So Sickles High School, best high school
Yeah,
game of your
For
career.
sure. Yeah.
Put up
Threw
700
7
yards.
touchdowns.
7 touchdowns.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Was there a count on how many yards? Like 6, 7.
I don't remember. It was a county deal.
Oh, county record.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, so you got the record for the county.
Yeah.
No shit. Nobody's broken that since?
I don't know.
So
I
you
don't keep up with the county though.
Yeah, well, no shit.
So
Yeah.
you played Zach Grossi and you played all your boys. You would have been playing in the high school.
Oh yeah, Tyler tried tackling me one time, and I did a little duck underneath him, and got about another 4 or 5 yards. And he was on the ground. I fucking did the Iverson walkover. He's like, "What the fuck, man?" I was like, "Dude, I'm not your friend. Just so you know, we are not friends tonight."
So what was the final score on that game? Like fucking 70?
Well, it was like
It was-
49 if you got 7.
No, it was
60, 70s, yeah.
It would have to be 70 to like I think like 3 or
No
70 to
shit.
10 or 14. It got ugly in a hurry. It was awesome.
Once again, fuck Sickles High School.
Wow.
Ask Drew Whitaker about it. He'll tell you. He was part of that.
Yeah, he was part of the
He was part of that
asshole.
operation.
You're going to ask him today when you go play golf, right?
If I make it there. But damn, man, that's a pretty. So that was best high school game.
It was my most fun. Just because it was against all my boys and shit like that. But for college, everybody always wants to talk about the Alabama game, and obviously it's the first time we've ever beaten a number 1 ranked team. But my favorite one was beating Florida in the swamp.
That was the best one. Huh?
Oh my god!
You just felt like you balled out. You played top tier. I mean, as a team as well.
Absolutely. As a team, we beat the brakes. Like I said, they returned the opening kickoff, or they're all blue. The student sections hollering all sorts of racial slurs towards me and shit. Like I fucking loved it.
What kind of shit were they saying to you?
Cracker?
You guys would love this shit. Oh, that's a good story. So we played against Bama in 2009 in Tuscaloosa. I'm sitting there warming up, and all these little fucking dipshit kids are wearing. It's hot as fuck, by the way.
Yeah.
Wearing coat and tie, bow ties. And they're like, "Hey, Garcia, why don't you take your ass on back to fucking Mexico?" And I'm sitting there warming up, and I'm like, "I'm fucking Cuban, you fucking." It says some other shit, but I ain't trying to get canceled. But I let it ride a little bit.
But you smoked them motherfuckers that day.
No,
They got you that day.
they got us that day, but not by a lot.
No.
You ever play Auburn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You beat Auburn too,
I
right?
never beat Auburn.
No.
Nope.
Damn, dog.
Nice
Nope.
bringing that one up.
Yeah, man.
motherfucker.
Thank you. That's the shit.
I was
Nah,
just
hey,
wondering.
he's 1 for 5 on the transition deal. No, we lost in 2010. We lost in Auburn, and then we lost in the SEC championship game. And then 2011, which my last game before I got drug tested, and excommunicated.
Excommunicado.
Yeah.
What was that, John Wick?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
got excommunicado, man.
Exactly. I was like, oh,
No,
all right, time to rage.
Now, Garcia, as statistically, what was the best game you had in college? Statistically, like, you know,
Pass yards,
pass yards,
touchdowns.
touchdowns.
I think
completion
I think
percentage.
Kentucky,
Kentucky,
the week after we beat Bama,
you had like
I think I threw for like 473 and
damn.
not a lot of touchdowns. I think like 2 or 3 touchdowns.
473.
Yeah.
Holy shit! So
And
you were
we
getting down
fucking
to the
lost.
1 yard.
We lost that game.
You guys lost that one
The
too?
week after Kentucky, and they fucking stormed the field. And I remember one of their fans fucking smashing on the back of the head.
With a bottle?
I don't know what the fuck it was.
They
If
punched.
it was a bottle, I would have asked for a
Wait,
sip.
But
Don't hit me. Let me
Yeah,
drink
wait,
it.
did you have helmet on or helmet
Yeah,
off?
yeah, helmet.
Oh,
on.
okay. That's
Oh,
good then.
oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it's not as bad.
Yeah, they stormed the field. We were beating their ass like 28-3 at halftime, and they ended up coming back and winning.
Fuck.
That's a tough
And I was
one.
like, "Oh, Garcia's hungover after the Bama win." I was like, "No, I don't do hangovers. I don't get hungover."
Yeah.
I'm curious. Did any NFL teams reach out to you to try to get you on their practice
Yeah, man,
squad
the
or maybe
friggin-
second strings, first string?
Greg Schiano with the Bucks, man. The guy called me a couple times during that draft, and he was like, "Hey, we're gonna pick you up. We're gonna draft you the last draft." Ended up drafting the guy that got in a
Jameis Winston?
no, no. It was the guy that God, what the hell was his name?
Jameis was number 1 overall.
Yeah, but didn't
that was
Schiano
years
draft
ago.
him?
That was years ago.
Yeah, that was years after you.
After, yeah.
Who the fuck did Schiano draft? Was it the kicker?
No, he was the guy that got freaking his spinal cord fucked up from Rutgers.
Oh.
It was like in a wheelchair. Grand or
Oh shit! I know exactly who you're talking about. I don't know his name, but yes, he
was, like,
became paralyzed.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
paralyzed.
yeah. And
So they ended up drafting him, and I got a call from the coach and the offensive coordinator. And he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna bring you in for like a rookie camp and this other shit," and never never did. So went up to Montreal, and I was up there for 2 years.
and CFO.
Yeah,
How'd that go?
It's cold as fuck.
Yeah,
dude, that was fucking wild.
Yeah.
It was a Wild West over there, man. Wild West. I remember telling the guys like, "Hey, man, I had a prescription for
Weed?
Adderall.
Oh,
Like they made me take Adderall at
made you take it?
They tested me for Adderall.
Oh,
This could be a reel right here.
yeah, Josh.
No,
Freeman.
they made me take an Adderall before every game in South Carolina, so that was fucking wild. So,
Wait a second. South Carolina made you take an Adderall
Oh yeah.
before every game.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? Doesn't that go against NCAA policy?
There is no, they're the fucking mafia.
Oh yeah. They don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter anymore.
So then you go up to
So I go up to Montreal. I was like, "Hey, I need some Adderall." They're like, you can't say Adderall." Like, what the fuck? I was like, well, the guy that I'm staying with is a receiver. He's selling weed to the whole team. Like, is that legal? And they were like, "Oh yeah, weed. That's not a performance enhancer." I was like, I guess that's fair. That's accurate.
It's not gonna make it better.
Yeah.
It's gonna make it
well,
spicy.
some people.
Yeah. It's absolutely out of control. But yeah, Montreal was wild, man. The first night I was up there, we had like a little rookie dinner, and obviously we got all tore up and go to the club, and this girl's shaking her ass and fucking hanging out. I was like, "Oh shit, let me get you a drink." Get her a drink, and we start hanging out and talking. And I was like, "Oh yeah, what are you celebrating?" She's like, "Oh, it's my birthday." I said, "Oh, happy birthday! How old are you?" She goes, 18. I was like, "Oh, fuck me, goodbye." Yeah, I'm out here. Yeah, I can't deal with these French Canadians out here.
Like it's cool. It's cool.
I was like, "Yeah, no, no, it's not."
That's like Quebec, right?
Quebec, yeah.
which is like, that's straight
But
up
it was,
France.
I mean, honestly, like I was so mentally fucked up from what happened at South Carolina, like getting kicked off the team and getting kind of hosed by the Bucks and everything else, and the NFL in general. But yeah, I wanted no part of anything. You obviously saw the documentary about Johnny Manziel and how he was like, "Man, fuck it," like I just didn't want to be part of anything. That's kind of where I was at, but
yeah,
I didn't want to kill myself.
Yeah,
No,
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 shit. Oh wait, you said you.
I did not.
Oh, did not. Yeah.
No, that when I saw that interview, he's like, I was like, I had a gun and I was ready to kill him. I was like,
I actually did not see his Netflix
Not
special.
yet,
Not
but
yet.
I-
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
I just
But
don't.
I want to
think-
watch the swamp first.
I gotta watch it tonight, but it's not, I just don't feel like, and that may be a little political, but I just don't think that anything could ever be that bad to where you got to go to that route.
I don't think that's political. I think that's in general because I don't want to talk about suicide, but I mean, fuck that. That's selfish for yourself because life is only beginning.
And your family.
And your family, yeah. I mean, that makes no sense to me. If that's what Johnny Manziel said, then, hey, bad idea, dude. Well, apparently he didn't do it, right? Because he's still alive. Instead, he, what'd he do? He trademarked, what was that shit? This shit, or it was like...
Did he really?
I don't know.
Yeah, he trademarked Johnny Football.
Johnny Football, yeah.
That's what he trademarked. Which, great idea, because it's not making any money. So.
Damn.
I mean, fuck.
You really want this guy to kill himself, man?
I know. You could definitely. He's definitely making money. I mean, he made a good amount of money from the Browns and
yeah. And then after him was Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield, now going full circle here, is the quarterback for the Bucks. Let's get your honest take on Baker Mayfield.
I love Baker.
You like him?
I like him.
But do you
He's
like
got that
him to get us to the playoffs?
He's got
Just the playoffs,
He's
man.
got that shit about him, and he's got. I feel like now he has a major chip on his shoulder
Because the Browns got rid of him?
No, it
the
was,
Browns got rid of
Then
him.
he went to
The
LA.
Panthers. I mean, the Rams. I mean, everyone got rid of him. They're kind of writing him off. And I like guys like that.
Yeah.
I think that they play with a certain sort of shit about them.
They got something to prove.
Yeah. So I mean, I like to see him succeed. I think he can. I think he's super talented, but
What about Todd Bowles, man, as a head coach? Like,
it's hard, dude. It's hard.
I think he's better coordinator.
yeah,
than
he's a
anything.
better defensive
100%.
coordinator.
You can't have
Yeah.
a defensive head coach. It's just
It doesn't. Well, Tony Dungy, but he didn't win until he got to Indianapolis.
How long ago was that?
That was fucking 2002.
90s.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like the whole concept of like defense wins championships. That's fucking garbanzo bean. That thing gone.
Garbanzo.
Yeah, it's turkey shit. It's done.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know,
I mean,
bro.
San Francisco 49ers?
When was the last time we won a Super Bowl?
No, I mean, they won.
1996.
They were in there, last year.
No, no.
Did they win though?
The
they did.
last
Who
time.
won?
The
the
best
last-
offense.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's not true. The last time a defense won a Super Bowl, I would say, was Ray Lewis.
the Ravens.
Yeah,
That was 2000.
2000.
Okay. That was here.
Okay, never mind.
it was.
Okay, never mind.
I went to that.
The
Trent
last time.
Trent Dildo.
Yeah,
fucking
Trent Dildo.
dick.
So the last
I
time
hate that
a
guy.
Yeah, me
defense
too.
won the Super Bowl was the Tampa 2 with Monty Kiffin and John Gruden. But then you can say when the Bucks won here in Tampa, I mean the defense scored what, like 14 points? All right,
He also had Tom Brady. He's
He's
kinda
okay.
good.
He's not bad.
and Gronk, and they had Gronk.
Welcome back to Happy Hour Holidaze, where we getting fucked up every minute of the day while you sitting at work listening to
You
us.
from motherfucking Mississippi, bro?
Motherfucking Mississippi over here, South Carolina, Columbia. We are the Gamecocks.
No.
Gee,
I know, right? She got real LGBTQ
Yeah.
over here, dog.
We support all the coloring books that they have.
the fuck?
Leasing.
Easy. Now he's Mexican. Yeah,
quick little
okay.
switcheroo.
Dude, who was the so going back to Garcia, who was
Going back to the Garcia.
Yeah, he goes, yeah.
going back to
Oye,
Garcia?
mexicano. Oye, wey.
How many Mexican guys did you play with?
How long you been cutting grass for? Actually, I saw that video of you shooting guns on your property. That grass was looking green, dog. What you got? Keepers of the green? Always green?
Yeah. No.
Know my own deal, man.
No, but you don't spray it?
Yeah, he
No,
pisses on it.
no.
Oh,
man,
shit.
you
He pisses
Yeah.
on it. You know that
Yeah.
actually helps grass, right? Pissing on grass actually helps it grow.
I don't think 300 blackout helps do that.
300 what?
Blackout, the round.
Oh, yeah.
Going back to
We let it ride.
yeah, going back to college experience, who was the worst fucking player you played against that you fucking hated and they talk trash nonstop and you just wanted to break their mouth?
And then also the player that you enjoyed playing against also.
I can't remember anyone that would talk shit like that
Brandon
was
Spikes.
terrible. No, Brandon Spikes was a fucking.
Oh no,
10-year
no.
veteran
Oh, I
guy.
didn't know you said terrible.
No, he said who's the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I talked a lot of shit. I mean, you're like, fuck
I mean,
that.
they all talk a lot of shit, and it's all like, man, shut the fuck up. God damn.
You're calling an audible.
It's-
What, boy?
What's up? Crack.
Cracker.
I was like, all right, well, I'm 250 pounds. I'm gonna fucking bury your ass now.
Yeah,
How
here's
tall
my-
are you? Like 6'4"?
6'3".
6'3"?
But yeah, I mean, I don't remember anybody that was talking too much crazy shit that wasn't any good.
No, everybody who was.
Everybody was worth a shit.
Well, I mean, who was the one that talked the most shit that was worth a shit?
Brandon Spikes is not even close.
It's not even close.
Yeah. I don't remember anybody talking shit.
No.
Because you phase that shit out, right?
It didn't matter.
Yeah, you've heard it too fucking.
Yeah,
long.
I've heard it way too much. I've heard it since I was growing up. I remember, having two older brothers that played college football, and they would talk shit all the time until they couldn't.
They were like,
They're like,
6'3",
shit,
250.
oh, shit, I might have to chill the fuck out a little bit.
Where'd they play at?
They played at Harvard.
Harvard?
But what
Oh,
positions
shit,
did they
okay.
play?
So my oldest brother played defensive end, and then
So he had to be a pretty big guy if he played defensive.
he's
Yeah.
bigger now than he was when he played.
Is he
I
as
love
big as
that.
Manny right now?
Shit,
I'm small.
He's 6'2", 260.
I'm 6 foot, man.
6 foot, 280.
275.
Ah, quit lying, dog.
Holy shit!
See, you could be a DE.
Yeah, right. I ain't got the fucking size to be.
No,
a
Yeah,
yeah,
you just start headbutting people.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby, whatever, man.
What was the worst sack you ever took? That
Joe
hey, did you ever go
fucking-
concussed?
Joe Hayden.
Joe
Joe Hayden?
Joe Hayden.
Back blindside, right?
Yes.
So you were
Joe
in the
Hayden.
pocket and then boom.
All these fucking highlights are against Florida guys. It's fucking baffling. I actually played, like, as I told you guys, I played with Cam Newton and Joe Hayden in that All-American game in high school. Joe Hayden, it was a corner cat blitz from the left-hand side. I was reading curl flat to the right. So I take my 3-step drop, and I'm sitting there, and the linebackers, nobody's moving. I'm like, all right, is someone going to fucking move? Nobody moves. So I'm getting ready to throw. And all of a sudden,
Oh shit.
yeah, right in my back, and
Sack, fumble.
no.
Oh, you held on to the ball?
Yeah, I got fucking claws.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the one that it didn't hurt. It was most unexpected. None of this shit hurt.
It was just shock. More
Yeah.
shock. It was
You ever
You
get
got
concussed?
fucking pads on. I live in concussion. I live in concussion protocol.
He was like, I
That's
can't
a good
remember
reel right
college.
there.
dog.
That's a good one. That's a good reel right there. I live in concussion protocol.
What the fuck?
They just have it for real now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think.
How about worst interception you ever threw?
Oh god, easy. Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt?
Yeah, we were beating their fucking ass. And I was rolling right, stepped up in the pocket, roll right, running. And I tried to throw the ball away because nobody's open. And I maybe I just threw like a grenade, like Saving Private Ryan.
Jameis Winston. That's a Jameis Winston. Like, oh shit, I don't know. Everything's going to hell. Here you go.
If someone's gonna get you.
Yeah, somebody.
And the fucking cornerback caught that shit, and I went over to the side, and I was like, whatever. Where it's like, are you fucking stupid? You know that guy's wearing a black jersey, wearing white? I was like, whatever, man.
Yeah, I mean, we win it, right?
You see the score, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
All
So
right.
That's 100% the worst pick.
So then, how about
Let's just do this. Why don't we do best quarterback right now in your eyes? NFL. Let's go NFL. Best quarterback right now.
Mahomes. Not even
Mahomes.
close.
it has to be. I mean, that's
Not
not,
even
even an
close.
argument.
Best running back.
Adrian Peterson?
Were you say Adrian
No,
Peterson?
motherfucker.
The
I'm
fuck?
talking about right now. Right now.
Adrian Peterson wouldn't even be in the
We're not-
discussion.
I know that,
Yeah,
but
it'd be
Did
Barry
you, play,
Sanders.
did you play against Adrian?
no, it was a joke. I mean, I
Did
don't-
you play against Adrian Peterson?
No.
No.
I don't. Who plays running back these days? Like
Uh,
Dalvin Cook, I guess.
didn't you say Christian McCaffrey, or he's a running back flex?
No,
Yeah, he's a flex guy.
Yeah, but he's a running back.
Ezekiel
Best-
Elliott looks like a fucking
wide
meatball.
Best wide
Yeah.
receiver you threw to, Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshon Jeffrey by
Yeah.
far.
Who else was on that receiving core?
Bruce Ellington, Torrey Gurley, Wesley Saunders, Pat DeMarco, all NFL guys.
Who was your running back?
Lattimore, Marcus Lattimore.
Oh man, he would have been something else if it wasn't for his knee, man. I remember that was one of the. I mean, between you and him and Alshon Jeffrey, you guys had a triple head.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about your defense then.
Shit. Stefan Gilmore, DJ Swearinger, Jadavian Clowney.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Wait, you had Clowney on
Oh,
your
yeah.
team? Oh my god, bro.
We had some players.
I remember that sack that it was like he was untouched.
That was Michigan. That wasn't a sack. That was a handoff.
And
he fucking
right?
headbutted the shit.
Yeah, bro. He speared him.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking
And then
insane.
grabbed the ball.
That got him. That literally got him onto Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he was injured a couple
Well,
years
it's the
in a
first
row.
pick
yeah.
overall in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, everybody saw that sack and they were like, "This guy's incredible."
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys had a stacked team. There was no doubt about it.
no,
Man.
I mean, and we used to beat the shit out of Clemson, and they've beat the shit out of us recently until last year. But yeah, that's kind of the big rivalry back then was us versus Clemson, and
Because it's just interstate, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they make a big deal.
and there's
out
no
of it.
pro teams in South Carolina, so
It's a big deal.
we were the pro teams.
Yeah. And I mean, playing in the SEC.
Well, I mean,
get
yeah,
as
the
close-
Carolina Panthers, right? Don't they
That's
represent North and
Yeah.
South?
No, that's North. That's Charlotte, right?
That's like, do the Falcons represent Georgia and Florida?
No, absolutely not.
Nah.
Well, we got 3 teams, dog. So Jacksonville,
Oh,
Tampa,
shit, we do.
and Miami. Yeah, we're one of only 2 states that do.
I'm a Jacksonville Jaguar fan now. Fuck the
What?
Bucks.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, fuck the Bucks. I'm a
You
Jacksonville
know what? That
Jaguar.
being said, Manny.
Whoa.
Yeah, I just like.
Why? Could you like Trevor Lawrence or?
Huh?
He's
Yeah.
got the long hair. I mean,
Yeah,
are you like
Yeah,
attracted to
fucking
him?
ambulance
Yeah,
right there.
I support the team.
I think you support the QB over there. No, I don't know.
Listen, they got a good ass team. They barely lost last year when it came to that 1
They
yard.
do have a good team.
They had a
Yeah.
1 yard line fumble.
They need a Super Bowl.
Jags?
Yeah, they need one, bro.
The Bucks. need
They've
one.
never been to a Super, or did they with Mark Brunell?
Mm-mm.
No, they've never been to a
AFC
Super Bowl.
Championship. I think.
Yeah.
with Mark
Yeah,
Brunell.
and they lost.
And
Yeah.
then John Elway put him to shit.
Oh yeah, you ain't beating John Elway when you're the Jags. I'll tell you that much.
They tried.
Yeah.
They sure as hell failed.
But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't really watch much of the NFL unless I'm betting on cut. It's
You
just can't do it.
play fantasy football.
No.
No, not even that.
I did it for a year and I was like, this is fucking moronic.
for.
I have no interest in doing this.
Why was that?
I love
Because
it.
I'd rather do other shit than fucking sit at my phone and calculate who's going to win or who's going to do anything.
I mean,
I'd rather
that's
throw my bets in and be done, see what happens.
Yeah.
actually not a bad way to put it. You ever bet on golf?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
golf is
shit.
fun.
Who do you got winning the tour championship then? Scotty Scheffler.
Hey, I mean,
Has to
you
be.
have to be.
Yeah, he's been
Because
fun.
number 2 is it Victor Hovland? He's starting at 8 under. I mean,
I don't really
But
like
Scotty
that. I don't
Scheffler
like
starting 10 under?
I don't like that, man. I don't like how they all start off at different numbers because
well, they changed that 2 years ago for this.
For the live
Yeah.
deal.
No, well, I don't think it was because of the live deal. I think it was because players were complaining. Well, whoever wins the last event wins the whole thing, and that's what happened the first time they changed it. Actually, I think it was 2019 when Justin Rose won the entire FedEx Cup playoffs when Tiger Woods won the tour championship.
Mm.
So Tiger Woods didn't end up winning. So that was the first year they changed it. So they were like, okay, well, 10 under, 8 under, whatever. I mean, I think it's fair. I think it's fine. But
We gotta play some golf soon.
Yeah,
so I knew
I know.
one more little chip in
I
and
did. I
crush
don't-
y'all's dreams.
If Garcia could learn how to play the wedge game the way he plays the driver, he would be fucking.
imagine
shooting
if he
under
wore
par.
shoes, bro.
It's-
Imagine if he wore shoes.
I'll never
man.
wear shoes playing golf.
Don't man, playing in Crocs barefoot. That shit don't make no sense, bro. But so we're coming to the end of the show here, Mr. Garcia. What would you like to leave the audience with your last words?
Live life to the fullest. I don't want to get too, psychological, if that's a word.
Psychological.
Psychological. How about that for a fucking term?
Psychological.
What's in this thing?
It's
So
all
psychological.
water and ice.
I don't want to get too psychological.
Psychological.
Remember, we're only drinking ice and water.
No, put some of that rabbit foot or what's it called?
Oh yeah,
Rabbit.
Rebel Rabbit.
Rebel rabbit in there.
No, I mean we can cut that shit out. I hope, but
Oh, let's go
if not, but I mean it's as you guys know, man. If you guys get fucking punched, you guys get knocked down, get the fuck up. No one's gonna come after you and try to rescue you, and that's what I try to instill in my 3 kids and all the kids that I'm training with. It's like, do your own shit. Focus on what you have to do, and whatever you want to do, I'm gonna try to help you, but don't count on other people to rescue you. You guys do what you got to do, and the rest will, hard work will be rewarded. So I'll just leave it at that.
That's good. That's a point of motivation. For you audience members out there, please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you got any questions for Mr. Garcia over here about football or anything, maybe his endorsements and things of that nature, definitely reach out to him. How can they reach you?
Twitter at Stephen Garcia. Instagram is Stephen_Garcia5. And I think that's it.
Manny, take it home.
Yeah, and then how much time we got left?
48 seconds.
48 seconds. Real quick, if you're looking for any kind of merchandise for easy, laid-back living easy, money in the bank, he's got the hat right there. Nectar, if you're looking for a punch and you're looking to stop dipping, go ahead and try that out. That gives you a nice little boost. Cut, if you're looking for a new social media platform or social betting platform, please give them a look at. I mean, it's also good to hold your friends accountable. And then last but not least, Rebel Rabbit, THC possible drink. So
and Spin It Athletics.
Yeah, and then big in if you're looking to be a quarterback, collegiately, NFL, Garcia is the main man. He knows how to give you mental and physical talent here with Spin It Athletics. Thank you guys so much for paying attention to our audience.